They don't roar like jets, and they don't flash across the sky with supersonic speed, yet their presence is felt everywhere on the battlefield. Ukraine's drones, small, silent, and precise, have become the most feared hunters of this war, striking Russian armor, command posts, supply lines, and even trenches with unnerving accuracy. What began as improvised tools, often adapted from commercial models, has now evolved into a sophisticated arsenal of FPV kamikaze drones, long-range strike systems, and persistent surveillance platforms. They operate at low cost but deliver devastating results, forcing Russian troops to change tactics, hide their movements, and live under the constant threat of an unseen enemy above. This is not science fiction, nor is it a passing trend. It is the new face of modern warfare, where silence can be deadlier than noise, and where the smallest machines can alter the course of battles. Unmanned aerial vehicles have played a role in Ukraine's military operations since 2014. Initially, drones were used for reconnaissance, observation, and artillery correction, simple tasks that supported ground forces. But by 2015, Ukrainian units began modifying drones to carry and release explosive payloads. This marked the beginning of a tactical shift. When Russia launched its full-scale invasion, Kyiv responded by accelerating drone development as an asymmetric answer to Moscow's superior armor and air power. What started as improvised battlefield tools quickly evolved into a structured doctrine. Drones became essential strike assets, often compensating for shortages in artillery shells and air defense systems. Their flexibility, low cost, and precision made them ideal for frontline use, especially in contested zones where traditional firepower was limited. As drone deployment intensified, their presence began to dominate the battlefield. Ukrainian forces now rely on drones for a wide range of missions, from real-time surveillance and target acquisition to delivering supplies and executing direct attacks. FPV kamikaze drones, in particular, have proven devastating against Russian armor and infantry positions. It's estimated that drones are responsible for up to 85% of Russian frontline losses and account for 70 to 80% of total casualties. Their mass use has forced both sides to pull heavy weapons several kilometers back from the front, reshaping how battles are fought. This shift has also shortened command chains, allowing small units to operate with greater autonomy and faster decision-making. In Ukraine's war effort, drones are no longer support tools, they are central to survival and success. As we have seen over the past 3.5 years of war, drones have played a greater role than any other weapon in Ukraine's defense. What is even more striking is that drones are now responsible for nearly 2/3 of battlefield deaths in this war of attrition, which US estimates suggest has killed or wounded hundreds of thousands of soldiers. Ukraine has deployed millions of drones, transforming what began as a contest of tanks and artillery into a high-tech proving ground for some of the most lethal systems in the world. At the center of this transformation is Mikhailo Fedorov, Ukraine's Minister of Digital Transformation, who has been instrumental in shaping the country's drone strategy. His latest initiative, known as the Army of Drones program, introduces a new incentive system that blends digital innovation with the brutal realities of modern combat. Under this program, Ukrainian drone units are required to document their strikes. Each confirmed destruction of enemy equipment is assigned a point value, determined by Fedorov in consultation with senior military leaders. For example, eliminating a Russian tank is worth 40 points, while destroying a multiple rocket launcher can be valued at up to 50 points, depending on the type. At the end of each month, an official review board of experts and officers verifies the strikes, tallies the points, and publishes a ranking of the top-scoring teams. In this way, Ukraine has turned drone warfare into a structured system, one that rewards precision, efficiency, and results on the battlefield. Outgunned, outnumbered, and outspent, Ukraine has fought Russia's invasion for more than 3 years. Defeat might have been inevitable, if not for the mass deployment of drones. Tens of thousands of cheap, disposable machines now buzz constantly across the front lines, spotting Russian positions, gathering intelligence, colliding with targets, or dropping bombs with deadly accuracy. By early 2025, analysts at the Royal United Services Institute in London estimated that drones were responsible for 60 to 70% of all damage inflicted on Russian equipment. Moscow has tried to respond, building its own drone forces and leaning on electronic warfare to counter them. Yet Ukraine's highly adaptive systems continue to expose gaps in Russia's defenses. In June, drones launched from trucks struck an airbase as far as Siberia, damaging part of Russia's nuclear-capable bomber fleet. It was a reminder that in this war, distance no longer guarantees safety. The implications extend far beyond Ukraine. Military planners around the world are watching closely. Taiwan is investing heavily in mass-produced drones to prepare for a possible conflict with China. Israel has recalibrated its Iron Dome to account for maneuverable drones, once a major blind spot. Across Europe, governments are rearming on a scale not seen since the Cold War, with drones and counter-drone systems at the top of their lists. Even the Pentagon, long reliant on expensive, contractor-built systems, is now seeking cheaper, startup-designed drones that can be deployed in massive numbers.